What's going on, guys? Zambano here, and I just bought NBA 2K17 last night, and this is going to be one of the first games I'm playing on the new game. So I'm going to match up two gladiator teams here, the Golden State Warriors with Kevin Durant, so the brand new look Golden State team, versus the 1992 Dream Team led by Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. So I'm pretty excited to get this game underway, and I have to say I've only played a few games of 2K17 so far, but I actually really like the game. I didn't buy 2K16, so the last game I owned was 2K15, but I feel like this game's really smooth. It doesn't have these like weird little laggy moments for the most part. The shots are pretty smooth. I feel like they're a lot more consistent this year. I like the new shot bar compared to last year and years prior. I think it's a lot easier to be accurate with your shots and a lot easier to time your shots. I like the stealing in this game. I think the way you can steal the ball looks a lot more realistic, and it's not just this, it's the ball like actually goes down to the floor. You guys have like moments where you chase the ball down, and I don't know, I really like this game compared to years past. So, as you see here, I'm going to do a little commentary on the game. As you see, we just stole the ball, and we were up 7-2 here early in the game, and Steph Curry is going to take the ball down on the fast break and throw up an alley-oop that we were able to tip in with, I believe that was Draymond Green. So we're now up 9-2 here early on Team USA, but you can never count these guys out with all the Hall of Famers they have on their roster. So Larry Legend kicks the ball out to Magic Johnson. We steal the ball down there in the paint again with Zaza Pachulia, and we're running down the court, throw up another alley-oop, and Kevin Durant, the new addition to the team, puts down his first alley-oop as a Golden State Warrior. So that's going to be a scary team to watch play this year, and I think pretty much everyone's expecting they're going to dominate throughout the league. So I figured matching them up with Team USA could be a fun matchup to watch. So Jordan's going down the court, and I think we all knew what was happening right there. Jordan throws down the dunk and finishes it off with two hands. So it is now 11-6, about halfway through the first quarter. But Steph Curry comes right back with a dunk of his own off the fast break. No one was in the paint and just let him go right past his man. So we throw the ball down to Curry. He misses a pretty easy layup, and Team USA gets the ball back in transition. A nice little dribble from behind and throw down to the paint. And just like the dunk before, there was nobody in the paint, and they were able to get an easy finish. Again, nobody in the paint. Everybody knows at this point, I'm pretty sure, that Golden State, if there's going to be a weakness for this team, it's going to be their inability to have a presence downside or down in the paint. And people, if you have big men, should be able to get a lot of boards and score down there, with Zaza Pachulia being their big man. I think that could be a pretty big weakness that could be exploited. But the problem is, with their speed, their length, and their ability to shoot, you still have to be able to outscore the team, and they could probably gas out just about any big man in the league, which is going to be a really interesting thing to see about who's going to win, the ultimate small ball team with Golden State, or a team that can match up down there with big bodies in the paint. So that's why this matchup was pretty interesting, because this Team USA team, they were known for how many good guys they had down there in the paint. They had many Hall of Famers on this team that played down on the block, and when they're matched up with Zaza Pachulia, we're going to see if they can exploit that matchup, which early in the game they were able to do. So they missed the shot there. We get the block with, I believe that was David West, and now we're running down here on the fast break. Find our man in the corner, that's Sean Livingston. He pulls up from three and knocks it down. So we're now up 20-18. We were down by one, and we are in the second quarter now, and we have a very small lead that we're going to try and hold on to here. So they kick the ball around the arch, find their man down in the paint for an easy dunk. Like I said, weakness in the paint. Let's see if they can exploit it, and maybe that'll be their key to victory. Steph Curry said, "I got something for you guys," and myself came down with a big dunk, and now we are tied up about halfway through the second. Steph Curry's going to look for a screen here. He's not really able to get a good one, but that's okay. He's going to kick the ball back. We're going to work our way around the horn here pretty much. And Klay Thompson gets off of his post-up move and gets down in the paint and finishes with a dunk hard at the rim. We now have a little one-on-one matchup here. And, Magic with the behind-the-back, but Steph Curry and Magic Johnson are about to start trading some shots back and forth. Two great point guards. So Magic got his in with the behind the back. We do a little behind the back of our own, but we find ourselves at the three-point line, pull up like something you would typically see Curry do in a game, and he drains the three. So Curry's going to try and get here on that ISO defense. Magic Johnson trying to dribble out of it. He finds a little bit of space, and he's going to work his way down towards the paint and get a really nice roll there, a nice touch off the rim as he lays in the ball for two. So we are now down by 2 points with 58 seconds left. Curry's going to shoot from a different zip code. Bam, that's a three. put us back up by 1 point. And like I said, they're just trading shots right now. And you can see Magic's going to call for the ISO. Now, this looks something like an all-star game. They have the whole half of the court to themselves, and Curry forces a steal, gets the ball back, throws up an alley-oop, and we finish it to take the lead by 3 points. It is now 34-31, and Curry is just on a roll. He's going to man up here on Magic again. They get another ISO call. He gets another steal, takes the ball off the floor, pass it back to Curry from the free throw line, knocks down the 2 points, and he is just on a tear right now. I think it's we were on a 10-2 run here as we're closing out the second half. So Shaun Livingston's going to come down and pull up from the free throw line and get a 2-pointer of his own, and we are headed into halftime with a 38-36 2-point lead. We're both shooting over 60%. You can see Steph Curry is leading the team with 4 points and 4 assists, and Patrick Ewing is killing it down there in the paint with his 12 points as well. So here we are starting the second half off, and we trip up the ball there on the inbound. We make him pick up his dribble a lot, honestly. That's something Steph Curry did a great job of in this game, is forcing Magic to pick up his dribble a lot. So here we get the steal. We're going to be moving down the court. We try to throw it down, and they get a steal right back of their own, and they go down into the paint like a boss and put the ball in the hoop. So they took a timeout here. We're only up by 2 points. We're just about a minute into the third quarter. They're going to inbound it to Jordan. They're in the corner. Jordan knocks down a 3. He's been pretty quiet this game for what you'd expect from Michael Jordan in a video game. Zaza Pachulia there gets the rebound, and like I said, we're down by 1. Go down into the paint, and couldn't find anybody, so we kick it out to Draymond. Draymond finds Klay Thompson in the corner. He drives down to the blocks and throws down a dunk on, I believe that was Michael Jordan, and we are now up by 1 point. Klay Thompson's doing a heck of a job right now on defense. So Curry pokes open the ball, gets it, throws it up for a dunk, and alley-oop to Kevin Durant, and he just posterizes Magic Johnson. Beautiful dunk there from Durant. That's his second alley-oop of the game. So Curry's trying to dribble around and find some space, pulls up, and that was an awful shot, but it still goes in anyways. I'm not sure how. I never actually clicked X a second time to let the shot go up, but for some reason it still went in regardless. We find our man down there in the paint, wide open with no one around him, and get an easy 2 points, and now we're starting to pull away a little bit here with this 8-point lead late in the third quarter. They get down to the paint again, exposing that weak defense down there, and they get an easy bucket. We're going to come right back at them here. I believe this is Steph Curry, and he's dribbling around, finds his man, but he's not. I passed to the wrong guy there at the top of the block, but I was able to get the kick down to the hoop and get an and one with, I believe that's Kevin Durant. So we are now up by 11 points. We are killing the other team. Pull up from 3, easy money. Durant's just going to start killing it here in the third quarter. This is where he takes over and has his big moments. So Iguodala, he takes the ball there, kicks it back to Durant in the corner. Durant's going to dribble around the 3-point line, back to Iggy. Just keep passing around the block now. We're going to go 1 by 1 by 1. It's like high school basketball in gym class where everyone on the team's got to touch it once, and then Durant finishes in the corner for the big 3-pointer, and we're starting to bust this game wide open, and there's really not a whole lot the other team can do about it. We're playing really stingy defense, we're forcing some turnovers, we're putting the ball on the ground, and then on the offensive end, we're either running the floor really well in our fast breaks and getting a lot of opportunities with alley-oops and dunks, or we're just getting wide open looks from the 3-point line. You saw a beautiful block right there, a kick back to Iguodala on the 3-point line. He drains his own 3-pointer, and now we're starting the fourth quarter up by 20 points. Team USA is going to really have to have a comeback here if they want to win this game, but if any team can do it, it's them. So Shaun Livingston opens up the fourth quarter right away with a 3 from the top of the arc. I'm sorry, it was a really long 2. I guess his foot was on the line. That's not the first time that happens to him in this game. Pulls up with another jumper right there. Shaun Livingston's like the perfect backup point guard to have, especially here in 2K. He can shoot and get to the hole really well. Pachulia with a classic Zaza Pachulia move, misses a wide open layup, about as easy as it gets, and then a really nice alley-oop down there for Team USA, and now they're down by 21 points. So even though they're having a couple nice plays here and there, it's still going to take quite a bit for them to get back in the game. But Larry Legend said, if you want to win the game, put the ball in my hands and I'll at least give you the best opportunity I can. Pulls up from about the free throw line on a mid-range jumper and knocks it down for an easy 2 points. 19-point game. They're going to have to start scoring quickly. But like I said, if any team can make up a deficit, it's one of these two. We pull up from just outside the free throw line again, though, on a mid-range jumper. That just seems to be my spot. I'm wondering if there in a zone defense because they will not step up and guard that specific area of the floor, and it's giving me a lot of good looks. But Larry gets a three-pointer of his own there from the corner, first ever three-point champion, and we're going to run down the floor here with Steph Curry, pull up from three, drain it, and match Larry's three of our own. Sets us up 75-56 here. On the inbound, Kevin Durant finds his way through traffic. We hit him right there. Going to call for a pick. We get just a tiny bit of space, pull up from three, and Durant drains his own three-pointer. This team is just so deadly. I can't tell you how many times Steph Curry gets double-teamed, and I just find Klay Thompson or Durant wide open. And those are guys that on any other team would be the ones being double-teamed, but there's just not a whole lot you can do. Durant down here on the fast break gets a dunk. I mean, how do you stop this team? There's too many scoring options. So I like to personally leave Zaza in there on the starting lineup because it gives you a presence down there in the paint, and even though he's clearly not better than Iguodala, it lets you bring Iguodala off the bench with the second team, and I think he's a really good scoring option. It allows some more versatility when your bench has to come in, and it lets you get your starters the rest, and Curry and Thompson and Durant can all play better. Durant seems to play more minutes than just about anybody on this team, though. He usually comes in with the second team as well, and he's a great scoring option with him and Iguodala together, because Durant, when you played with the Thunder, he was like cheating, and he's just as good in this game as he was in any other year. I actually think they made his three-point shooting better than Klay Thompson's, but you see we just wasted the clock and missed a buzzer beater. And then here we go with the Air Jordan 31. We are Jordan. The player of the game, Steph Curry, with 20 points, 1 rebound, and 6 assists. He had a great game, and deservedly so, was the MVP. You'll actually see here in the stats, Zaza Pachulia had more points than Michael Jordan, so officially Zaza Pachulia is the GOAT of basketball, and we all need to pay our respects. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit like, feel free to subscribe, and I thank you guys for watching. I'm Zambano, and I'm out.